It's 1st and 10. Now it's the Arizona product that is Corey Krosky-Merritt. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. He keeps it himself. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes a pay.
That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 Timberwolf.
Throwing is Daniel. Right side. Catch made by McLaurin. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Commanders 1st down. Daniels now going to look to throw. Moving outside the pocket. Now he'll run.
The quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. To the outside. Catch made by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. The former Nittany Lion, Chop Robinson. He gets into drop in. It's a loss of 8. On 2nd down, it's Daniel. And he's in. Harry Lloyd. Touchdown, Commanders. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here's Eskridge now to return it. We'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Ready.
A first carry here for Devontae Chad. And he'll get forward for a couple. It was Dorrance Armstrong who is there to get him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8.
All right, come on. Ready,
Once again, it's Achane. Into the secondary, past the 40. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
19 yards.
They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Commanders with the early lead. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Tua, headed left, buying time. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
They are going for it. It's Tagovailoa. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to have a Dolphins first down. They convert in style there. Big play on 4th and long.
First down, Dolphins.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing is Tua. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard.
All right, fellas, let's ready.
Here's Tagovailoa. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Miami.
All right.
Here's H.N. to the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Go ahead.
Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. That is caught by the tight end, Darren Waller. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
Let's go now. Go.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis.
They'll take over first down 10.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
On first and 10, it's A-Chain. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
It is second and 9.
44. Turbo word.
Here's 2. He's got it to the tight end, Dulcich. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
Ready. Ready, 21G.
Back to throw is Tua. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark it just short.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. They'll try to sneak it here. And he will have a Dolphins first down as he pushes forward for a couple on fourth and inches.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, first down.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he will score! Greg Dulcich, touchdown Miami.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Here we go. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready, ready.
On play action, Daniels. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend.
And he's in! Devon Achane! Touchdown, Dolphins!
Touchdown, Dolphins.
So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready? Liking 18.
On first and 10, here's Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They'll go. Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's A-10. To the 45. Still going. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On first down, Daniels. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Washington, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Daniels now on first down. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Bobcats.
To the air again is Daniels. Going across the field on target to Brown. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Washington.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
First and 10 at
19
the
Tiger,
15-yard
19
line.
Tiger. Check out.
Throwing again. Daniels. Got his man at the 6. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up second and a yard at the Dolphins' 6-yard line.
Play action. Here's Daniels. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line.
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
So now Daniels and the Commanders' offense going to go for two.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
Just 2 scores down. This is really taking a chance. With a quarter plus to play, they line up for an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That's a risky call here, but I understand what they're thinking. You find yourself down in the third quarter. How do we steal some possessions? How do we get the ball back to our offense to cut into this deficit? But now in return, it's your defense that now has the tough task.
They're right here. Out.
They're going to run. That's the man from OK State, Ollie Gordon. And he will get into the end zone. Ollie Gordon. Touchdown, Miami.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Hut, hut.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Cowboy 80.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
72.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. On target. Got it to McLaurin. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And the Commanders First down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
First and 10 at the 26.
Keeping in the air, here's Daniels. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he's into the end zone. What a response! Noah Brown, touchdown Commanders.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. That is caught, and they get the two-point conversion.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
Just 2 scores down. This is really taking a chance. With a quarter plus to play, they line up for an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Sometimes you can get a little carried away when you feel like things are going your way, and I think that's the case here, Mike. You get the touchdown. Now they're thinking, all right, let's get the ball right back to our offense. In this case, I think the aggressiveness ends up costing them.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achek. They'll get this across midfield, down to the 48. Juan Martin is there for the stop.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up second and 7.
Second and 7.
Come on, 2. All right. Out.
Now it's Tua. Moving left. Now he takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third down and 3.
44.
He'll try and run it here. It's Achek. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
18. Turbo 1. Out.
They snap it to Tua. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
The 4th down pass. Intercepted. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
60 Maverick. 6. Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Here's Daniels. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He's got his man downfield. It's Debo. And he will get into the end zone. Debo Samuel. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
To throw is Daniels. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man, get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
Maybe a little early for this here in the 3rd quarter. They want to get it back now, so here comes an onside kick. He's to midfield.
That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch him by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On the ground, Achan opens up this fourth quarter. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Now Tua. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. That is caught left side by Waddle. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. Tua and his old Bama teammate Waddle for the Dolphin first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock.
This one caught at the 4. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
All right, fellas, listen up. Go ahead.
On fourth down, Tagovailoa. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Ready.
On first and 10, here's Daniels. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Throwing on second down, Daniels. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
It's a gain of 19 in the air. First down, Washington.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Daniels gonna throw again. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Gain of 7. Brings up second
Receiver just
and
finds
3
himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Come on. Go.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle. He's got McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
To the outside, catch made by Brown. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
Back. 70 Lions. Ready,
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Right side, catch made by McLaurin.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 25-yard line.
Now, second and 4.
Ready. Ready.
To the air again is Daniels. He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
Here we go. First and goal.
Ready.
They'll run with Krosky Merritt. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit.
That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
36.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's first down.
Ready.
Tua gonna throw. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play. The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
He's going to look downfield once again. Commanders are right back in this one.
The third down pass. Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 6.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line, and for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. So it's a win here for the Commanders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.
All right.